Hi Stampers! Today we're going to make this card that has the mini drapery fold technique. It's easy and it's fun. Let's get started. The first thing you will need is a piece of designer paper that is 5.5 by 2 inches for this specific design. You will also need something to score your paper. I'm using my scoring tool and I have the measurements already marked out up here, and we will use our stylus, and there are two ends to the stylus, a fat end and a skinny end, and we need to use the fat end because this is designer paper, and if you use the skinny end it's a tendency to rip. So we're scoring it at 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 4 3/4, and that's it. The next step is we have to trim it so that it has that angle. You can do this one of two ways. You can measure it with a ruler and mark it off and then draw a line, or you can just simply eye it up, which works well also. So you're going to be, well, it works to fold this in half so you can see that score mark. There, now you can see a little better. And then we'll take a scissors and cut it from about 7/8 of an inch straight to that fold line that you just had. So there it is. And you'll just cut this off. You want to make sure that this the fold or the score lines are on the right of the piece so that they fall on the right of your card. Now to get the fold, you simply fold back on that center score line, fold forward on the first line, fold back on the second line or the third line, and fold forward on the fourth line. That's it. And you could glue it on the top here, or I just simply use a stapler and staple it on. Any stapler will do, and that's how you get the fold. For this specific card, I'm using a piece of Very Vanilla 3.5 by 3 1/4. We're using the Stylized Birthday set. Well, it's not a set, it's a single stamp. And I've mounted mine on a clear block. Ink it up with black ink. Memento works, or any black ink actually. Ink it well and stamp it. And it really leaves a nice image on this. It's a nice crisp stamp. I've also added a couple little swishes out of sweet sugar plum. Losing my voice today. And we're just going to put the swish here, and I put one on the bottom. And this comes from the Playful Palette stamp set that here it is. Or Painter's Palette, sorry. Painter's Palette. And it's this swish here. I call it the eyebrow switch. Swish, that's what it looks like. Okay, now we'll assemble the card. It's very, very simple. I have a piece of sugar plum that is 2 3/4, 3 3/4 by 5 onto the black. Just attach this. And then we'll put on our piece of Very Vanilla. Line it up to the top. Now we add our drapery. I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on the back just on this one so that at least it stays down a little bit. And line it up so it fits right in between these. It lines right up right there. Now I have a piece of black that's 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch, or 3 3/4 inch, and that just goes over to I guess it's a little bigger, it's 4 by 1/2 inch. This one covers up the staple, and I use fast fuse because that'll keep it down better. You could use any adhesive or the glue would work too. Then I punched out a flower from the Petite Petals punch, and I put a little glue dot on there, and we'll set that here, or could set it over here. Yeah, I think I'll put it there. Then I have these, they are called White Perfect Accents. I had these for like a year and I never used them, and now I started using them. I love them. They are really easy to color and change, and yet they still look really, really cool. So this is just a black Sharpie, and if you color them, you want to make sure you color them on the sheet that they come on, so that, as you can see, this leaves a little circle, and if you do that on your card, you'll end up with a big circle around your it'll go on the card. You don't want that. So now it dries really fast. I'm picking it up with my paper piercing tool, setting it on there, and that's it. So have fun making the mini drapery fold, and have a great day.